Hello, ladies. Welcome to episode 14 of Auntie Listen.
Hello.
Hey, everybody.
So, we're going to start with our quote. Whatever your life's work is, do it well. A man should do his job so well that the living, the dead, and the unborn could do it no better. And that is by Dr. Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. What do you guys think of the quote?
It
That's a nice
reminds me
quote.
of it's reminding me of something my grandma used to say. Do it right or say the hell away with it.
Right? I know that's what the old folks say. Do it, do it well, or don't do it at all. Mm,
Yep.
yeah. So we're gonna go over to Auntie Marva for announcement.
Yes, hi. Okay, so our announcements for today are you please like, follow, and subscribe to all of our channels. We are found on YouTube at Auntie Listen, Instagram, Auntie Listen, X, which is previously known as Twitter, Auntie Listen 5288. TikTok, Auntie Listen, and follow our Patreon channel and for early access for a very small, tiny, minute fee of only $5. Also, you can follow our affiliate links. We have affiliate links. If you look down in the description box below, you can click on any of those and get some small discounts just from following our affiliate links. And we can be found on Amazon, Bed Bath & Beyond, Target, Walgreens, Walmart, the Great Discovery Channel, Auntie Listen. And you can sign up for free for paid classes, and you can upload a course for the Great Discovery Channel. So, we are waiting on you guys to rake up and save those dollars by following our affiliate links, as well as finding more about all of the things that Auntie Listen has to offer right here for you. Back to you, Auntie.
Thank you, Auntie Marva.
You're welcome.
So this is June. I can't believe it's June already. I feel like this year just started, but we're already in June. So the awareness for June is June 1st is Pride Month and also Alzheimer's Awareness Month. June 3rd is Gun Violence Awareness Day. June 8th is World Oceans Day. June 16th is World Sea Turtle Day. June 19th is Juneteenth. June 20th is World Refugee Day. June 27th is Helen Keller's birthday. And June 28th is Stonewall Uprising's anniversary. That's what we.
And June 29th is Marva's special holiday.
Oh, that's right. June 20. Yeah, that is Auntie Marva's birthday. Oh, and June 7th is Liam's birthday. We have to shout out to Liam and
Oh,
wish
Lord
him
Well,
Jesus.
a
today
happy,
I became a
a
mother
happy
of a
birthday.
21-year-old. So,
Yeah, we don't care about your 21-year-old. No, I'm just kidding.
oh, it
Happy birthday to the 21-year-old.
will do that. You know that these Gemini is sensitive. So, okay, keep on. Mm,
Unless it's the evil twin that is listening when it airs.
Janice's evil twin.
Oh, it's Auntie John's evil twin.
Yep.
Ain't nobody gonna do nothing
Oh,
about it.
oh, that is funny. All right.
We're going
So,
to take over the world.
yeah. So the topic that we have today is it's pretty oh, how can I say? It's pretty heartbreaking, but at the same time, it's just like I don't know. I have a lot of mixed feelings about today's topic. Our first topic is posted on YouTube by teachers, and it's why so many teachers are leaving the profession. And so Auntie Michelle actually, this is her topic. And so I was doing some a research, and the McKinsey and Company, they did a research, and they said that from that for K-12 teachers, that by 1800 educators between February 2022 and May 2022 left the profession, doing because of mental health, and wait, so the survey included teachers, mental health service providers, and school leaders. That's who was involved in the survey. And they are from elementary to high school, and from urban to rural, public, charter, and private. They did not include college level, so just K through 12. And so they estimate that 13,000 employees across 16 industries will be leaving the industry. The reasons why they quit: underpay, overworked, violence from students, parents, and shootings, not compensated for overtime or extra money paid out, not being appreciated, boundaries not respected, and burnout. I wanted to ask because if I remember, Auntie Janisha, when we met, didn't you have a school, or am I not, or did I get that wrong?
Yes, I did. I had a school and I used to work in the school system. So, yes, ma'am.
So, what are your thoughts on why teachers are leaving? Is there anything that wasn't on the list?
There's a number of things, but those are just those main eh, leading categories that are always named. Um, the way that teachers are encouraged to teach is also an issue. I mean, if you look at the things that we were taught and the way that we were taught compared to how their teachers are encouraged to teach and the things that are being left out or ushered in, it seems it it doesn't prepare. Some of us feel that it does not prepare our students for the real world, although those are the reasons why they say things are changing just because of technology and to be prepared on a global scale. We're still left behind in the global market because we're lacking some of the very things that are being ushered out, some of the fundamentals, I will say. But yeah, that's basically it. The list that you read, those are the main things. And I would agree with all of them for my personal self. I wasn't a certified teacher with the degree, but I've been in there, did the job. I was there for 10 whole years as a substitute, and I had a lot of extended assignments from like day one, which shows you the magnitude of the shortage. Me without a degree and others being there from day one. They call you before school even starts and tell you, here's the situation, and throw you in there. And you're there all year.
You broke up. Can you repeat
A
that?
call coming in. Was saying, yes, I received a call. I'm sorry. I was saying that yes, there is such a shortage that people, such as myself, have a passion, yes, but not the degree or the training. We are thrust in there to fill those vacancies, and you receive the call at from the before school starts during that year, and you're there all year, just as if you had the degree, just as if you were degreed in that subject. Um, and that's what's happening with our students. And I figured it out. I can say that I did not get a lot of support either. Even when I said I did not know, like the higher maths, they had me in calculus one time, and I was like, "Can y'all please?" It's a disservice, and it was truly the students teaching each other. They were helping each other through it, and they tested out fine because I was there as a facilitator. But that's very unfortunate to put our students in that position.
Right. Other Auntie Marva?
I kind of coincide with a lot of what Auntie Janisha said. Um, I used to help her out with the school when I could. And I work in the education system, um, on the university level, and I've done tutoring and things of that nature. I would like to contribute that a lot of the parents just really don't support the teachers like they should. They don't. Um, they drop the kids off, and that's just some freedom for them, and they're out of their hair. But when they're having issues with the students, and the students are trying to reach back out to the parents are like, "Why are you calling me? This is your job. You should know how to do this and the third." But a lot of the times, you know, some people in the past, some teachers and educators in the past have messed it up for others, so they make it difficult for them to be able to really discipline them in a proper way, because some people have taken that discipline and just go too far. So any type of discipline is too much. Why you yelling at my kids? Oh, you suspended my child. You put him in ISS. Well, what are we supposed to do? Because these kids are cutting up.
Right.
These kids are cutting up. So the educators do feel, a lot of them do feel like there is no strong support system for them to be able to teach, because they're focusing on so many other things outside of teaching. That's the one major common thing that I've noticed for a long time, very long time, and it's annoying. You know, it's
Yes.
very annoying. I feel so bad for the young gentleman that lost his job with the hair braiding situation. Um, I really didn't see anything wrong with that, whereas other people's may have, because of maybe experiences from their past with male teachers and young females. But at the same time, each of those students and each of those parents that were uh, connected to those students, they all said he's a great teacher. He's a great teacher. He's a great teacher. That's all they kept giving back was he's a great teacher. So if he's never been reprimanded for any situation that was considered inappropriate, or never been reprimanded for any situation, and has a great reputation of being a good educator. Why does he have to lose his job? And then fast forward, there's another educator, white guy, where young white girls do the exact same thing he was doing. He was bald. They were bedazzling his bald head. Everyone thought it was cute. Everyone thought it was funny. Everything, same thing. But the young black educator lost his job.
Can you just give a little bit more backstory for those of us who aren't familiar with, who
Yes.
didn't watch that clip?
It's a young black male teacher. They were in between class times, and he was on his live, and he was working on his computer, and there were 3 or 4 young black female students that were taking his braids out of his hair. And he was on the live. It wasn't hidden. It wasn't nothing that was discovered. He was actually on his live because he didn't think, obviously, didn't think he was doing anything wrong. And he was just talking with the live, and the little girls were talking like they usually talk. And he received a lot of backlash from saying that it was very inappropriate for the young girls to be playing in his hair. Um, all of the parents that were connected to that little girl, to the little girls, as well as other parents who knew the teacher, said that he was a great teacher. He shouldn't be receiving it back, because he connects with the students on a level that a lot of the other teachers do not, and the students love him. But he continued to receive backlash from other people across the country, and eventually the school decided to relinquish him from his position. Um, but then there was another educator, but not at the same school. If we're being fair, let me be clear. He was not at the same school, but he did the exact similar thing. It was another teacher. It was a white guy. He was bald, and he was on his live, and there was a bunch of little white girls that was bedazzling his bald head with little. They were sticking little studs all over his head, and everyone else felt that that was cute, that it was okay, that it was nothing wrong, when it was literally the exact same thing. Um, but unfortunately, he lost his job. Um, and he had never been in trouble. He had never been caught doing anything inappropriate. He had never been reprimanded for any type of insubordinate um, actions at all. But he still lost his job because, according to the student, or according to the employee handbook, that, well, actually, there was nothing in the handbook that put him at fault, but because it drew so much attention, um, he lost his job.
I
Oh,
will
okay.
say in the school system, that carries a lot of weight. And I'm not saying whether it's right or wrong or black or white, but when I was there, as you had stated, the parental support of the teachers and the school. If parents come out and support you, even when something is questionable, a lot of times that has gotten you out of hot water because the school system does not want to, they, they are voted in, your superintendent and those.
Yes.
So that's a thing that they look at. Public opinion is something to them. So just looking at the two situations, had a lot of people been up in arms about the bedazzling, I'm thinking that that would have not ended well for that gentleman either.
But that's the thing. The parents were in support of the black
Oh,
teacher.
I see what you're saying, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying, as far as the support, going back to what you were saying about the support,
Yeah.
it's about, and that was the parents at that school. What were other parents saying, right? Because
Yeah.
if you're just talking about minorities, because we do gravitate to things like that. That's totally normal for us to do that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But how many of us are even in the country, let's say, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So the support would be minimal as compared to the other side. Then also compounded with the racism issue that we know that it looks like definitely played a part here.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's a
Because all of the
cultural
people that were
thing as
complaining,
well as a racism thing is what I'm looking at,
yeah,
and the
because a
how
lot of
much
the parents
speech.
that were complaining were parents and individuals that weren't even involved with the school, none whatsoever. Literally just social media watchers. They were the ones that were complaining, and it's
That's usually
because
how
of
it
them
goes.
that he lost his job.
I would
Yes.
like to say something.
Auntie
Um,
Michelle.
Yeah, I watched both of those videos, and I totally agree with what Auntie Marva and Janisha is saying because it had everything to do with his own community of the backlash what got him fired. And on the other end, when you watch the videos, you go in the comment section, both of them have a particular, community was either backing him up or throwing him under the bus. And the sad thing was he was it was the last day of school. It was it wasn't like, they had time, and he was just trying to get his braids down because he had an appointment right after leaving school. And I thought it was kind of, I didn't like that because he wasn't doing anything wrong. Both times they was just having fun with individual connected with the kids. And that's just like, we have watched teachers students hair unfairly because of their judgment to what a particular child should look like.
Mm-hmm.
It was very racism. We have seen it on the courts. We have seen it in the classrooms. But those people was not fired. And that was, you know, intentionally, intentionally disrespectful. Um, but those people was not fired. And we have also seen where some of the little girls come or teachers have did the young kids' hair. We just had one particular one. The young girl had came there with dreadlocks. She had just got her dreadlocks started locks,
Mm-hmm.
and the teacher took it upon herself to braid the little girl hair. None of her business. How that parent choose to, you know, keep the child hair done. That's none of your business. So if we're gonna start doing the test, I think the test should be more or less on the people on adults that are choosing to go behind a parent's back and change the hair more or less than this teacher would. And he went live, and I'm pretty sure he went live because first of all, he just wanted to show, um, how connected him and his students was. And he probably just wanted, to protect his assets because a lot of people like stop putting everything on live now because that scenario can go another way if he did not have any footage. You understand what I'm saying? So I
Right.
mean, he damn if he do and he damn if he don't. But yeah, it was his own people. It was his own. We seen in the comment section they just straight up went at that young man in attacking. You could tell he was very innocent, very pure, and it's just the mindset of others. I don't get it. I'm at this point. I do not get it at all. Yeah, because one was not fired, the other one was fired, but we got a whole bunch of teachers, but still in position and coaches in position where have did some very hateful, nasty, deserving things to young athletes and to the kids because they don't agree with ethnic hair, which they
Right.
have no knowledge of. First and foremost, let's get that. You know what I'm saying, out the way. You don't have any knowledge of this, but you're gonna tell somebody, oh, because it looks different than yours. Oh no, that should not be. We seen it with the young girl. She was a cheerleader. We seen it with the young man. He was a basketball student. I mean, we have seen the stories play out so many times, but you gonna go and fire the young man what was just having a beautiful moment with some of the young girls in his classroom because he was going to get his hair taken down. He was getting his hair taken down so he could go get it done after class. And he did nothing really wrong. He was laughing, playing. They was laughing and joking and playing with him on both ends. It was still, even when they was bedazzling his hair, I thought it was kind of cute.
Right.
But we do have a problem here.
Yeah. I I know a lot of people are like, where it's like, oh, you should be a teacher. They were saying to me that I should be a teacher. And I was like, no, I shouldn't because I couldn't be a teacher. Because one, to be a, it takes a very special person to be a teacher. And I am not that person. I don't have the patience to be a teacher. I barely have a patience to deal in my everyday life. And when you're a teacher, you have to have extreme patience, not just for your students, but for other teachers and for parents and yeah, the whole nine yards.
And the ignorant faculty.
Yes,
That's
I
where I
don't
used to
have
lose it with the adults.
yeah, I don't have that kind of patience. And two, I would feel so claustrophobic just being in a classroom and having that many people around me. I could barely have one person in my space, and now you want me to have 28, now 35 little that no. Can't handle that. But I wanted to go to our next topic that Auntie Michelle sent, and this one was just so heartbreaking that I couldn't even get past. I couldn't even get through all of the videos, and it was amazing that I for let's see of that the number of teachers that are engaging in adult relationships with their students when they are not of the age of consent. That just I couldn't I just couldn't get through the videos. I tried but I couldn't. Who wants to start cuz I'm at a loss for words on this one.
I guess I will.
I'm gonna
Um,
start.
what'd you say, Michelle?
So I said I wanted to start.
Go ahead.
I can start, or you can. Sadly, after I sent all those videos and rolled out last week,
Auntie Michelle, you're
Michelle,
breaking up.
yeah, you
Can you
have a
start
real
over?
bad connection.
Yeah, you're breaking up. So can you start over again?
okay,
I'm
okay. I said, unfortunately, after I sent you all those videos, another one came out last week. It was a 10-year-old little boy with a adult. They're texting these kids. They are having, I mean, something what you would see with two adults going on with little kids. And it's, I'm with Auntie, it's very, 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 very disturbing that people find themselves to be very comfortable and can fall in love with a child. That is like some very disturbing mental illness going on right there altogether. For you to think that it's okay to be involved in a sexual relationship with a child and you are supposed to be their protectors. I met a young woman. We were just speaking about this, and it seemed like it's the protectors um, from the churches or the schools and so on, coaches and people that have the most um, availability to the kids, and that's where we're starting to see a lot of this come out. And what was in the this last the beginning of this year, it have been a lot of women teachers, a lot of them. I was just amazed at that itself. Like, what? Wait, hold up, wait, you know, because yeah, it's a lot of the female teachers that right now is under fire because of this disturbing behavior. And yeah, I, me and my mindset, because baby, yeah, I take my charge about my child. But I'm gonna hand it over to Janisha. Yeah, it was mind blowing. This I'm like Auntie, I'm about lost the words with it all myself.
Yeah. Auntie Janisha.
I had to look up the name of this. book. It's kind of the mental health classification Bible. I know it's the DSM, and they're on number 5 right now, but it's the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders. So, if anyone is familiar with Dr. Umar Johnson, about 5, 6 years ago, he was it may I may have my timing off, but it's been a while. He was um, during his lectures informing us. He's a school psychologist, um, about how they are, because they make changes ever so often to these things, to what is classified now, and adding things in as more and more people express these different behaviors.
You just broke up. Can you start over again, please?
Sorry, a call came through. Yes. One of the things that was coming down the pipes, according to Dr. Johnson, was that the powers that be, the officials who give us these different classifications that go into this book, they were trying to usher in um, a classification that basically says that to be to have an interest as an adult, to as a okay, let me just say it like this, that an adult who has a sexual or romantic interest in a child should be included in this book, the DSM now 5. Um, and his thing was that they were trying to normalize it, um, that it's a thing. I
Wow.
think that it's always been there. I think that because of the internet, we're just seeing so much more of it.
Right.
And because the victims are so young, and some of them may feel uncomfortable, but not really know that it's wrong. Some of these young people, right? And
Right.
they have a fascination with their favorite teacher. And so they may not want to tell on them. So a lot of these things that we might have heard about, we just haven't, um, because no one ever said anything, especially when it happens to boys, which is the real heartbreaking part to me.
Yes.
Boys tend to be um, given a high five because they got the eye of some older girl or any girl or a grown woman. It's kind of a rites of passage, which is very, very disgusting because we know that happens to girls. But for boys, it's there's no outcry. But I think with the internet now, we're seeing more of it, and because it's kind of the Me Too thing, you get some of the stories, and now, like I was saying, they're understanding that no, there is something wrong with it. That's what's being normalized now, that it's not right. So some of our grown men now are speaking out against that, whereas before it was a thing to laugh about with your boys, but now they're saying, "Yeah, I remember that happening to me," and they're really speaking out about it. And I think that that's why now we're getting so many stories. But it's always been there.
Yeah.
I'm willing to bet it's just always been there. I don't know, worse or a little better, but yeah, the
Yeah.
numbers are astounding. But I don't think it's too far from what it's probably always been.
Right. Because the first time that the first story that I remember, it was a huge story. And I want to say it was back in the 90s with that one teacher, and she ended up going to jail or prison. And then when she got out, they ended up getting married and having kids. But yeah, I can't remember what her, well, I don't want to say her name because I don't want to give her that power, but I just remember, I remember that story. It was like, I want to say it was in the late 90s when it happened. Auntie Marva.
A male very close to us experienced this very thing. And when we were younger, I knew something was going on. We could, you knew something was going on, but you just don't know what it is. And Obviously, that person was afraid to tell, and it went on for years. It went on for years, and it finally came out after we were adults. Although he never told who the person was, he never gave in. The only thing that he ever said was it was a female, and we know who she is. And I believe he was trying to protect her because he didn't want to get her in trouble. Although back then, I also knew back then that he didn't want it happening. He was not happy with what was happening. But because he didn't feel safe with the adults that were in charge of our lives, and he didn't feel like anything would happen that would protect him, he just kept quiet and let it continue to happen. Um, what he did also tell me was that he wasn't the only one. Some of his other friends were victims of it too. And whereas, just like Auntie Janisha said, it was cool with them, he didn't like it. He didn't like it. So yeah, it's been happening. It's been happening. It's just that, the back then, you messing with Miss so and so and so. Oh yeah, she the one. She look good. She's this, she's that. But not all of these kids like it. The fact that they don't like it, they're looking at themselves like something is wrong with me because I don't like this. You know,
Mm-hmm.
um, and I feel for them. I feel for them because, like she said, yeah, it's only the girls that they're like, oh my God, this is outrageous. We need to do something. Burn the city down. But with the little boys going home and they're crying, and and there's nobody to listen to their cries.
Right.
It's a sad, very sad situation all the way around the board, male and female.
Yeah.
Very sad. I don't know where it's going, but I have a feeling that I kind of agree because we see the signs with not just what Dr. Umar was talking about and what they were seeing, but with other things, how, and it's their choice. I'm not against the alphabet community at all and the decisions that they choose to live their lives. But it's so obvious that they have an agenda behind it that even some of the alphabet community is saying, I'm sick of y'all. And they're a part of that community. Like, it's like y'all choking me out. And they are a part of that community. All of it goes together, hand in hand. The pedophilia, the homosexuality is so much, and it's being pushed in everything that we see and absorb that we are literally they're numbing us to it, so that when we hear these stories, no matter how Uranus they are, it's not a big shock,
Right.
and that's sad.
Yeah.
That's sad.
It is.
It's also one of the reasons why I don't watch TV. I limit what I watch. If it's not high end comedy or cartoons or things like that, and I'm very, very picky on those too, I don't want to see it. I don't want to watch it. Nope. I don't want to
Right.
see it. My mind has changed. Y'all understand that I have a little one now. I'm an adopted mommy. And I find myself panicking over little things just like that, just like what we were talking about. I have things that I be needing to do and have things that were in place prior to him coming along. And I just opt out because I don't know who he will be in the hands of.
Right. You don't know who to trust.
Yeah. Even when I think I know him, I just don't know. And that makes me feel sad.
Yeah. So there is this YouTuber that I watch. He does a lot of reaction videos, and his name is Curly Boy Chuck. And he's been doing a lot of reaction videos on teachers, on mainly on transgender teachers who are teaching their ideology. And one of the things that Um, well, a couple of things. So a lot of teachers, they're starting like with their that are teaching kindergartners. They are saying, "Oh, well, if you don't feel like you're, if you don't feel comfortable in your skin, then you must be this, or you must be that." Um and I want to say it was in California, but I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on that. But California and a couple of other states are, I don't know if the law has been passed or if they're in the process of trying to get it passed, to where if your kid comes to school and they're like, "Oh, I don't want to be called Daisy. I want to be called Donald," that they can do that without the parents' permission. And if they're like, "Oh, I really think that I'm in the wrong body," that they're taking these students to these transgender affirming doctors and not informing the parents, and putting them on puberty blockers and then charging the parents. But my thing is this: before and through puberty, no kid is comfortable in their skin. I wasn't comfortable in my skin when I was going through puberty because my body was changing, my hormones were changing. Nobody feels comfortable in their skin. But that didn't mean I was born the wrong sex. It just meant my body was changing, and I just needed time to adjust to all of the changes that my body was going through, which is a healthier way to deal with the situation. But no, we have all these transgender people running around going, well, I'm not going to say all, I'm going to say some, running around going, "Oh, well, if that's how you feel, then you were born the wrong sex, and you need to change." But then as they get older, and after they've gone through all of these procedures and stuff, now they have all these regrets. And so I was curious about the um the agenda behind it, because I just feel that it's all a money thing. And so I was curious as to what the cost is for gender reassignment surgery, and it is crazy. So I'm going to run through it for you. Puberty blockers, $1,200 a month per injection. The implants can range from $4,500 to $18,000. The pills are between $4 and $30. Testosterone is $20 to $200 a vial. Top surgery is $8,000. Bottom surgery is $25,000 surgery. Hormone replacement therapy is $800 plus an additional $40 to $400. Facial feminization surgery is $20 to $50,000. Voice feminization surgery is $5,500 to $9,000. I can't pronounce this one, so I'm going to, I think it's a orchiectomy. It's 2,000 to 8,000. Vaginoplasty and vulvoplasty is 10 to 30,000. Rhinoplasty is 7,800. Forehead reduction is 9,000. Brow lift 7,700. Cheek implants 8,200. Lip lift 3,700. Genioplasty, this is the chin surgery, 7,200. Reduction 7,000. Hair transplant 8,900. Adam's apple reduction $3,000 to $5,000. So, Auntie Janisha, your thoughts?
I think that would be just a long consideration how I, as a Capricorn, feel about my money. Like, not trying to make light of it, but if I were thinking of getting a thing, now hearing those numbers, like I have so many other things that I would like to pay for. But on a serious note, I don't know what it feels like to want to get rid of something so bad that I would decide that maybe I need to go that direction. I really don't know what that feels like. I don't know what it feels like to desire somebody of the same sex. I don't know. I can say those things, right? So
Right,
I don't know what people feel. That's my thing. And I don't make it a habit of trying to dismiss people's feelings. Some of this is real and some of it is manufactured. I think earlier it was Auntie Marva that was saying about the alphabet community and how certain things are coming out of it. But my thoughts are that these things, much of the sensationalism of it, is not coming out of the community per se. It's coming from people that want to continue to see us fight down here
hmm,
amongst each other. People that are pushing these agendas generally don't have, like people that are pushing wars, their children really aren't affected the way that ours are. They push things that their families are kind of insulated from. I personally just don't believe that all these things are organic. And especially because of something that you said, Auntie Marva, is that I can corroborate that some people in that community that I've spoken with, they don't even agree with all of the different names that they're being called, um, the ABCD, all of that. It's the younger people that are gravitating because that's all they know. But the older people, they don't give a flip about all these different things that is separating their community, is what it is. And we as people of color have gone through that. They also don't agree with, I've heard some of the elder ones that have really helped to usher in the fight. Now they're speaking out like if I knew that they were going to pour this out upon our children, on children, I would never have rallied for it. I just would have gone ahead and just been living my life. So I don't think that a lot of this stuff is organic. And um, I really thought that those numbers were a lot lower on TD before you started reading, simply because it seems like so many people are getting plastic surgery. And this is all sorts of people.
right,
But something that Auntie Michelle said too about when we were talking about what teachers decide that they need to do with another person's child's hair, I feel like they feel empowered because of what you were just saying. They are able to, yes, take our children to doctors, and especially when they turn 16 years old, we're still responsible as parents, but they get to do certain things within the quote unquote law. If our children decide that they don't want to be called whatever their government name is anymore, they get to at school be called whatever they want, and the gender. And the parents don't have to be notified that your child seems to be going through something. Like they keep these things from you. And I have a personal situation with this. My daughter is now 31 or 32. I'm at that age. I can't remember how old these folks are that I gave birth to, but 31 or 32. But when she was in high school, one of the counselors at the school took her to get the Gardasil shot. I didn't authorize that. I was informed that it happened.
Right. And did they
And in
charge
no
you for
uncertain
the
terms,
shot?
but we are not of that family. So that was definitely. Did they charge me? No, they didn't charge me, but somebody got paid. So to your point about the money, I happen to, again, I haven't done any research, but the only way this would be going on is if um, somebody's getting paid, right? And it's
Yeah.
these doctors and these folks and these lawyers and the school systems, they're all in cahoots and
Yes.
they're lobbying to get these things pushed in. And since we're not moving fast enough, they're doing it themselves.
Yes. But the thing is, they the parents aren't consenting to this, but the parents are being forced to pay for these procedures.
I heard you
My
say that
thinking
part. Yeah.
my thinking is this: if you feel that you're so entitled to take my child to see these people, then you should be so entitled to pay the bill instead of
I
forcing
agree.
me to pay a bill for something that I didn't even consent to. And the thing is, my child isn't old enough to even to consent to signing a paper. So how is it that you have to be 18 in America to sign a legal document, but you could be any age to give your consent to change your sex?
Yes, a life altering decision.
Yes. And then who is going to pay to get all of this stuff reversed? I didn't even look at the cost of the reversal of all of this stuff, because
And
the
there's a lot of that
reversal
now.
of all of this is going to be maybe even more expensive to reverse it all, and not to mention the therapy on top of all of it. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but go ahead, finish your point.
No, that was basically all that I had to say. Like, our um, rights as parents are being given to others while we're being villainized for not stepping it up. As a former teacher, I do know, and I want to say this too. When I did open my own school, it was with parents who agreed that yes, we need community schools. We need, there are certain things that we're looking for here, and one of those things is community. So one of my rules for the school was that you participate as a parent, as a family, your entire family, your household. And it was difficult to get my parents to be consistent with that. I will say that. So, yes, there is a slackness that we as parents um, got going on. But to take our rights, those of us that do like that's leading our
You you're
legitimate
you're breaking up. Can you repeat that, please? Oh, you're still breaking up. Yeah, we may have to come back to you because you're breaking up really bad. I can't hear what you're saying now. Auntie Marva.
Something Auntie Janisha said. I want to interject. The older community definitely is speaking out and saying that they could care less about these labels and these titles, and that they know and recognize that there's an agenda being pushed, and this is the older generation within the the alphabet community. I'm not saying the alphabet community be disrespectful just because I don't always remember all of the alphabets. So,
Right.
um, that's because it's I don't remember.
And they
Um,
change every day.
it does now. They are speaking out and saying, I don't want nothing to do with all these alphabets. I'm a gay man or I'm a lesbian woman, and that's just that. Like, I don't even know what all that other stuff means. And if you want to have Sex with all of them, and that's your choice. Um, but in addition to that, the younger generations are saying some of the same things. Saucy Santana is a rapper. He's a male rapper. He wears a full face of makeup, long nails, and a beard and mustache. He has gotten his body done to where he had BBL to get an extra butt and hips, but he still has his male parts, and he has not enhanced the breast area. But he says all the time, "I am a boy. I was born a boy. I just I like being feminine." But making no mistake, I am a boy. I was born a boy.
Hello.
I'm a die boy. Hello,
I can hear you now.
Auntie Janisha. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, it said I was born a boy. He says I was born a boy. I'm gonna die a boy. He said all of this other stuff. Excuse me. All of this other stuff that they're
Bless
talking
you.
about when it comes to this. Thank you. All this other stuff that they're talking about. We recognize it as an agenda being pushed. We get it. They're using it.
I just lost you, Auntie Marva. I think we just lost Auntie Marva. Okay. Auntie Janisha, you want to try to finish your Auntie Janisha? Can you hear me?
Had connected to the car.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
they recognize that something is wrong too. They know that something is wrong too. They get it. Picking up on it. And I'm glad that it came from someone like Saucy because Saucy has a huge platform. He has a huge platform. Like I said, he wears a full face of makeup. He wears long nails. He has a beard and a mustache. He has the BBL butt. He has his male parts. It's so confusing. He dressed like a girl. He dressed like a boy. But when he opens his mouth, he says, "I am a boy. I was born a boy. I'm going to die a boy." He's young.
I just lost you, Auntie Marva.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. He says a lot of the things that, and I saw how he went about going it. For a long time, as he was growing his platform, he really didn't speak on these things. But now that his platform is big, he says these things. And I know that they do not like that because I'm sure they assumed he'll be one of the ones that will help push their agenda. But he says it and he speaks out and he speaks out against it. He does. So those younger generations, they also understand too. They get it. They recognize that something is happening and it's not in their favor. That they're just pawns, a part of whatever issue that they're trying to push. Right?
Right. Yes.
In addition to that, I can't help but also recognize and acknowledge the fact that this is still all goes down to population control. Because everything that we hear from the leaders of our countries, they're not gay. They're
Yep.
in loving families with children and grandchildren and great grandchildren, and they're sending their children to college and trust funds for their kids and doing all of this stuff. But they want to lessen those that don't look like them or not in their immediate uh, on their same level. It has nothing to do with being gay or your sexual preference. It has nothing to do with your skin with anything other than I want to make sure I keep control of how many people is walking this little part of the land that I'm on.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it boils down to. We probably gonna get in trouble, y'all.
Well,
But at the
we
end
go.
of the day, the truth is the truth.
Yes. Yeah. Well, we made it to 14 episodes. They haven't banned us yet, so
Hmm?
I think we're good. Auntie Michelle. Oh no, did we lose Auntie Michelle?
Yeah, I think she fell
No,
off.
I'm
Oh,
here.
okay. Oh, then we
Oh,
lost
okay.
Auntie Janisha.
Yeah, we lost Auntie Janisha. Thoughts, Auntie Michelle?
No, not really on that topic. No,
Okay.
they done basically said everything. I totally agree.
Okay. So we are going to move on to Journey to Self Love. We are on index card number 11. And index card number 11 is I love my body. Woohoo. And then for loving connections, building a lasting relationship, we are going to name your partner's 5 qualities. And now we're turning it over to Auntie Marva for Career Corner.
Hey, 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 career corner today. I've been trying to come up with a nice little jingle for career corner because it needs it. We need it. I want it.
You want a jingle for Career Corner?
I want it. Um,
Okay.
so
Mm.
in the there have been an increase in sales because obviously people want to gain money, want to build revenue with their businesses. So there has been a huge influx on account managers with different organizations. If you are in the Palm Beach County area, they are looking for sales account associates. They're looking for more for several of them, and this will be for WPBF. It is the local WPBF 25. It is the local news channel. This is a entry level position, so you don't need a lot of experience. They will train you for what you will be needing. Training is from 10 to 12 months, and it is paid. Um, you They do not require a degree, but they would prefer someone that is familiar with Excel, the Excel, Microsoft Excel software. Um, but they are looking for a few of those, and you can find that link in the description box once this episode is uploaded. And that is with, again, the WPBF 25. It is the local Palm Beach Gardens news channel, broadcasting station. They're looking for sales accounts, as well as if you are, and I'm sorry, this did kind of cater to the Florida area, and it's just because this is where I am. But there is an influx, like I said, and a huge increase on sales representatives because people are looking to build revenue in their companies. That post has only been up for less than a week, so the opportunity is great and available, as well as Verizon. The company Verizon, the cell phone company, they're looking for retail sales associates in a number of their in-store locations. You can go to their website, verizon.com, click on the careers tab, and you will see retail sales associate where they are hiring for um, that particular position in all of their in-store locations. So this is not from home. This is on site. And again, it is entry level and does not require a degree. Back to you, Auntie.
Now we're going into open topic. So, our first open topic, um, you're granted 3 wishes. What are they? And this is for the Aquarius in the room. And you cannot ask for more wishes. Auntie Marva, what are your 3 wishes?
I'm sorry. I know I'm getting 3 wishes, but what is the basis of the wishes? What do they have to? Is it random 3 wishes? I was
Whatever
talking to a
three,
crew.
whatever 3 wishes you want.
Okay, for one, I wish my very first wish would be all of the expenses I could ever possibly need for his lifetime.
Stop saying names. I have to edit names out.
Sorry. All expenses required to care for this little one for his lifetime. Hey. I would like he eats a lot. He
He
is
eats a lot.
current He is currently being potty trained. And so I am en route to pick up 3 cases of wipes and pull-ups. He requires he needs to learn how to swim. So I have to get him swimming lessons. Daycare. I have visited 7 daycares in this previous week, and the only one that I could afford was $200 per week, and it was a very scary thought because of the look and the layout. All of the ones that I absolutely adore and love, that fits with the aesthetics of my upbringing and where the direction that I think his life will go. $275 per week.
Wow.
What? Come again? Say what? So yeah, so wish number one is all the expenses. Oh, and don't forget he's growing by the second. So most of the clothes that I had for him, he can no longer fit. Most of the
Oh,
shoes that I have for him, he can no longer fit. This ain't no joke, people. This is not a drill. It is real in the field. You dig? Okay. So that's wish number one. All the expenses for this little boy off my plate. I need that, please, and thank you. Wish number
okay.
two.
Uh-huh.
Wish number two. I would like for this one is kind of personal. I would like for my personal relationship with my significant other. I would like for it to balance out. It's been rocky for some time, and it's taken a personal toll on me, and I need some balance there. And then three, I I I think I'll go simple with the third one. With the third one, I just because it's my birthday month, I ain't going simple. I take that back because y'all celebrated y'all whole month, so I'm celebrating the whole month too. Wish number three, I want to go on an all expense paid trip for about 3 weeks to my favorite place to visit in all the entire world, and that's Santorini, Greece. I want 3 weeks out there, so I'll have my 2 days to rest. My 2 days to rest for Jesus, so that I won't be jet lagged, and then I'll have my 2 days to rest once I return, and just really enjoy the sights and the scenery and the beautiful blue waters and the beautiful blue skies and the all white um, living spaces and the openness and the crisp, clean air, and that all expenses are not coming out of my pocket, that it is completely paid by somebody else. That is it. That is all. And I
Those
am
are your
stepping
three
off of my
wishes.
soapbox.
Okay. Auntie Michelle, what are your three wishes?
That the whole government system is eliminated altogether. Everything was connected to it. That people in the world can just live amongst each other with trading, kindness, ease, and no one would need money. There would be no bills. It'll be none of that. We'll all just be able to live in a positive, helping our neighbor way. That's it.
That's it. Auntie Janisha, welcome back. We lost you for a while. We're in open topics and we're on the first one, and it's you're granted three wishes. What are they? And you can't ask for more wishes.
Oh wow. Wish that I will have Lord.
You're breaking up. Can you start over again? Auntie Janisha? Can you we just lost her again. My three wishes would be um to have to have a mortgage free house. That would be my first wish. My second wish would be peace on earth for everybody to just live together in harmony. And my third wish would be, well, I know you guys are gonna roll your eyes and laugh at me when I say my third wish, and that is to spend the day with Liam. Those would be my three wishes. I
Well,
can't
Auntie,
get
I gotta go. Okay. Bye, you
okay.
guys.
Bye. Love you. See you next month. Oh, we just lost them both. Okay. Auntie Marva, next one. If you were gifted $1 million, what would you do with it?
Invest it. I would invest it to double it up. And it would be solid investments. That way I can increase it because $1 million is not a lot of money nowadays.
Right?
So I would definitely have to make do.
Yeah. Yeah. I would pay off my mortgage and start a nonprofit. That's what I would do with it.
Okay.
What is your favorite childhood memory?
Oh, favorite childhood memory. You are making me think today. Favorite childhood
Right?
memory.
Yeah.
Um, um, I can say we used to have fun skating up and down the hallway. I don't know if that's my favorite, but I know it's a good one. We used
Okay.
to skate up and down the hallway on Saturdays when Phyllis would leave to go shopping. She would leave to go do her shopping. She would do grocery shopping, department store shopping, and her garage sales all on Saturdays. And if we didn't wake up in time, we couldn't go. So obviously we would be not waking up on time on purpose, so we wouldn't be stuck with her all day.
Right.
And that was our free time. We would skate up and down the hallway because that was the only time we were able to use our skates. And I would be zoom, zoom, zooming. And I used to have a ball because I loved to skate. I loved to skate. Auntie Johnny should know I used to skate backwards. I used to be doing little tricks and all that. Yep, learned how to do all that right there in the hallway. Oh, yes.
Wow. See, my favorite childhood memory would be learning how to cook with Nana. Anytime I got to spend with Nana, those were my favorite times
Aw.
because I was just able to just relax and just be myself, and I wasn't on edge. I didn't have to worry about what kind of mood parental guides were going to be in, and I could just relax. I could read my book. We play games. We watch westerns or soap operas. She was really big into soap operas and westerns. We
Lord.
cook. We talk. She would take me fishing, but she would fish. I would read. So anytime I got to spend with her, those are my favorite times growing up.
Okay.
So yeah. Do you
Okay.
have anything for open topics? Because those were the only things I had for open topic.
Um, I guess I can introduce to everyone and let everybody know that I'm a mom now. Um,
You are.
yes, I am a mom. I'm an adopted mommy, and um, it's giving me some different type of purpose in life.
Yes. How long have you been an adopted mommy?
I have been an adopted mommy for um have been an adopted mommy for 2 months now, and um, he is. He done turned my world upside down, but he is a huge blessing that I am grateful for. I'll say that.
Yes. Yes. Children are a blessing, and they do turn your world upside down. It is in their contract. It's in the fine print of their contract. They come into your lives and wreak havoc. That's what they do.
That's exactly what he's doing right now.
Yes, and it sounds like he's doing it very well.
Precisely what he's doing.
He's doing a good job. He needs a raise. Oh, so I know you've only been in a mommy for 2 months, but
Yes.
what besides the daycare thing, what are you finding the most difficult and what are you finding the most easy?
I do not like the fact that works, people who works and actually contribute to society, they don't get help. I have been denied of all assistance to find any type of help assistance from him. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, yeah. I have been denied completely across the
Wa-
board for
Wow.
any type of assistance from this little guy. Um, I also um, that's the main thing that I don't like the most. I don't like the fact that people who actually contribute to society, they don't get assistance. We just got to struggle and figure it out.
Right.
Um, on the flip side, his the, this the let me add to that. The fact that he always talking when I'm trying to talk is annoying. Annoying. This kid, yes. See what I'm saying? Yes. Okay.
He doesn't want
Jesus.
to be left out the conversation. Because it's all about him. You I can't hear you now.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Okay. Yeah, now I can hear you.
Yeah, that's just his world, and that's just that on that. Ain't nothing changing.
Right.
Nothing changing. But on the flip side, his little energy in the house, I like it. I appreciate it. It's giving me purpose, and I really really like the fun time because I'm a big kid. My siblings, they all know That's where everybody would say, "Mama ain't gonna never grow up." I will never ever ever grow up. So because of that, he and I have a lot of fun. Now, side note, I am a huge disciplinarian. I don't play. I don't mind the bad kids. I just don't like disrespectful kids.
Right.
I don't mind the bad kids. Bad kids just need they just need something to do. So I don't mind
Right.
the bad kids. But outside of that, I really, really, really like his little energy. Being in the house. We be having fun. He keep me laughing. Yeah, we go. We go. We be having fun. We be talking. Half the time I don't know what he be saying. He get upset because I tell him I don't know what you're saying. But we do have fun. He is a sweetheart, and he is a huge blessing to me. And I hope that I'm a blessing to him.
Oh, I'm sure you will be. I'm sure you will be.
I hope so.
Even during those times when it doesn't feel like it, or he's not at that age yet, but when he gets to that age to where he's just defiant and he's telling you he hates you and he wishes you weren't his mom and all that other stuff that they go through.
He ain't gonna tell me
Yeah.
none of that because I'll knock his head off his block. He gonna quickly figure out the disciplinarian in me. Because again, I don't mind the bad kids. I just can't stand the disrespectful ones.
Right.
The disrespectful ones. Oh, I'm gonna get you in check real quick because what I do know is I'm a big disciplinarian and I do it early so that they know
Right.
I don't play and I don't have to worry about that later on. Michelle kids will tell you, they'll tell you real quick. And I don't even beat kids. That's the crazy thing about it. She would threaten them with me coming over. Now she would she would one to them, right? But they
Right.
would tell her, no, mommy, no, don't call Auntie Mother. She gonna talk us to death. And this punishment ain't gonna never end. You darn I'm glad you know. Had the little girl had a little situation, and we watched 3 hours of Scared Straight. And I within them every couple of every 10 minutes or so, I will pause it and we would talk about it. Now you see this, you see that part. Now you know why that happened because she did X, Y, and Z, and you see what you did. That's exactly what you're doing, and that's the path you on. And if you don't stop, this is where you're going. And then we push play again, and that went on for 3 hours.
That is
That
too
went on for three
funny.
hours. Oh yes, I
That's
don't
too
whoop now,
funny.
but I
Oh.
can get real creative with my punishments.
Oh, wow. I thought I was bad making them write essays.
Oh yes. Oh, we do the essays. I'll take them. Hey, 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 hey. See, this one is mad now. You know why he mad? Was because I
'Cause you're
gave him
not
the water bottle. I gave him 3 chances. I said, stop turning the water bottle upside down, pouring the water out in the cup. The third time, I reached back and flipped it up and told him, don't do that. He still did it. Now the cup is up here with me, and now he mad. Why you mad? Why you mad? You know the
right?
consequences. We go through this every time. And then when you get the cup back, you hold on to it for dear life because you just think I'm just trying to take the cup. No, I don't want to clean up your mess again. I don't want to clean up your mess. So now the cup is up here
Oh,
with me, and you're not gonna cry blood, so we're gonna be all right.
right.
I
Yep.
get real creative, real creative. I take stuff away. I take them out to dinner, and the one that was being bad, I pull out a bologna sandwich or some pack of noodles, and let him eat that. Let them eat that, and the rest of them eat a full meal.
Right.
Hey, I promise you, you ain't gonna show out with me no more.
Yeah, I remember when we had that conversation. I can't remember what episode it was in, but we did have that conversation in one of our
Mm-hmm.
earlier episodes. Yeah.
They know.
I know, because like when I was a nanny, I was nanny to twins, and they were like 15 months old, I think.
Uh huh.
And their grandmother came over to visit, and it was during the time when it was time to clean up, and I was making them put their toys away.
Uh huh.
And she was like, Destiny, they're too little to put their toys away. You should be putting their toys away. I was like,
No, ma'am.
if they're old enough to take them out, they're old enough to put them back.
They sure are.
And she
They
did
sure
not
are.
like she did not like that. She told her daughter, because it was the no it was she told the son, because it was the father's mother. And he
Yeah.
was like, we do not interfere in Destiny's rules. We get in trouble. He's
Mm-hmm.
like, what do you mean you get in trouble if you interfere with Destiny's rules? It's your house. It's like, yeah, but when she's on the clock, she's the boss.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
in it is literally in her contract.
Yep.
It's like,
And why wouldn't you want your children with some decent upbringing, especially when you're trying to do it, and now you got support from someone that you hire? Like what?
right.
People weird.
Exactly.
People are
It's like,
weirdos.
yeah, but back then, They people did things for their kids. They didn't let their kids do anything. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
just like, seriously? I'm like,
yeah,
yeah, no. Uh-uh.
yeah. Well, I
Yeah.
don't know that life because we grew up with Phyllis, and Phyllis had us working and slaving at the age of 2. So
Right.
we was already building houses by the age of 6 and 7.
Well, chocolate families are different.
Yeah, yeah.
chocolate families are different. They're like, if we had to work at a young age, you got to work at a young age. So we're just different. Well, we lost Auntie Michelle and we lost Auntie Janisha, and we are at the end of another episode.
Okay.
Yeah, so want to wish everyone a great June. Happy June, and thanks again for all the love and support. Don't forget to like and follow us on all our social media and help support our channel by using our affiliate links. We love you all. See you all next month. Namaste. Be safe.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.